Alright, so the next deck of the day is this Twisted Diana deck. It's essentially a Twisted Fate deck that's paired with, of course, Diana and a small Nightfall package. This is more of an aggressively slanted mid-range deck. So the goal obviously being to apply pressure to our opponent's Nexus and then close out with a level Twisted Fate, something that this deck is very good at doing because of its various draw effects. We're actually running actual factual pick a card in the deck to help us do that. There's a lot of other ways to draw cards in this game. We got some Pool Sharks. We have, of course, Pale Cascade when it's enabled. Guiding Touch. We have even these Messenger Sigils, or rather the messengers that it creates from these. The Messenger Sigil is an interesting card for this deck because what it allows us to do is turn 1, bank a spell mana, and then turn 2 Messenger Sigil into Nightfall Diana in order to challenge and one of our opponent's units. We have Hired Gun as well to help us control the board in a similar way. But yeah, this deck, I've seen this deck played on stream before on another channel. It's very good at leveling up Twisted Fate, like I said, and because we have access to Bastion, then protecting a level Twisted Fate and going off with that, it seems quite interesting, seems quite fun. So we're going to give it a try today since I recently, completed my set of Twisted Fate for the Go Hard deck, and so I figured now it's time to try all the Twisted Fate decks that I haven't had a chance to up until this point. So let's jump in some games and see how we do. We're going to try the ranked queue for this one because I think this one's a little more reasonable than the last deck we played. I don't care about my rank that much, but I'd rather play something that's has at least proven to be competitive if I'm going to run on the ranked queue. And win or lose, it doesn't matter. I just want to learn from the matches that we run into, or that we play, and the matchups that we run into. Leona Yasuo control, okay. I think I'll throw away the Gift Givers, looking for Nightfall cards to pair with the Dusk Petal Dust that we're about to create with this Dustbringer. I think we want to keep that. Guiding Touch. I think Guiding Touch we throw back as well. Just maximize our ways of finding Nightfall units to pair with this card, or a Twisted Fate like we have here. Alright. So there's a chance that it don't have a blocker for this 2-1, so we may as well like try to get in 4 damage here. And hopefully we can get in at least a 2.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
Actually might offer this to tack 2 damage onto this. I think it's fine. Yeah, and sure enough, they don't take the trade there. Hired Gun's interesting.
We are one and the same, Sunchild.
No more of your lies, Lunari.
And now if I play this, it'll get tacked onto that, which I don't think is that bad because this 2/3 can eat it the next turn. Yeah, okay, I'm into that. I think I'm into that.
Devotion to battle.
Take 3 here. No big deal.
No more hiding.
And we have, like, we can Messenger Sigil and play these Pale Cascades get value. Nice.
Glorious end.
I go where the road takes me.
Playing Twisted Fate's kind of risky. Like, he definitely dies to a Yasuo trigger, so I think I'm just passing here. Kind of want to use at least some of my mana, and I guess I wouldn't mind drawing some messengers. Is that true? He's probably playing a Leona out next turn. Nah, let's just pass. Leona's gonna hit. That means 2 damage is gonna go on this. Alright, well that's not the card I was
Daylight
expecting.
warms the heart and lights the way.
Might play this to give them like slightly worse attacks for this coming turn. And then we could always Pale Cascade our Twisted Fate to save it. Or am I drawing a card with him?
I'm always up for a round or two.
It's too bad we haven't found any like Dianas or any other thing like that. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Hold it,
actually.
partner.
My kind of lessons. Blade never gets any lighter.
I'm just gonna take the hit.
A game. Go on then.
Watch the ball, folks.
Everything in our deck is 4 or less, so we'll be able to play whatever card he draws here. Ooh. Do I want to play that, or would I rather just open attacks? Now I kind of want to get the Yasuo out of the way, huh?
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
Let's do this. If they Leona, it obviously feels kind of bad.
The dawn has arrived. With its light, the Solari will unite the heavens.
Yeah.
Sunlight blinds.
Underestimate. I dare you.
Watch this.
It's our time. Back, heretic.
Ever vigilant.
So I think we do want to save our Twisted Fate here. It does mean that we have to suffer a Leona potentially, or we could kill the Yasuo. No, we can't because it's gonna resolve first. What am I saying?
Gotta trust your instincts.
What would rather die, the Yasuo or the probably the Yasuo. Where was that before?
Haseki!
Here's our chance.
Maybe I'm just supposed to play the pick a card rather than guiding touch this. Yeah, that's probably a mistake. We're gonna lose this now. These would have been fine as redraws, I think. Yeah, that feels kind of bad now. Can level her up.
Sleep is for the guiltless.
A little luck for those who need it.
We'll start with this play. Very non-committal.
Pick on some of your own speed.
Protector, shield me. Be brave.
I'll just do one and then pass. It's Twisted Fate. How does Twisted Fate help us? We can gold card this. It's not that interesting. start by gemming this, and playing this, and
The
see what our
Solari
opponent
will not
does.
suffer heretics or their lives.
They tried to blind me with resplendence, but they could not break me.
A lot of talking. A lot of trash talk between these two.
You have taken a dark path.
You never did believe me.
That sucks. Doesn't really do much. The main problem is they're stunned now. That's probably game then. I don't think we can.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Deal me in.
This Twisted Fate was further, like, if we had a level Twisted Fate, we'd have something going, but this one's way far off. Yeah, alright.
Didn't see that coming.
We'll go. I have a feeling we're gonna plummet right down to gold 4 with this deck. Oh well. Probably don't want both Dianas. Is that true? One of them is a Pale Cascade redraw, if need be. Yeah, probably fine.
They forced us to choose death or the blade.
Omen Hawk, because of course.
It's our time.
Yay, 2 damage.
Their scent travels on the night air, invisible to the ignorant. Forgive me.
Are we banking spell mana this turn? I think so. And we might actually just go Diana to enable the Lunari Shadestalker for the next turn. Okay, we can do that instead now, because that's nice because it has a 3rd point of toughness in case they decide to avalanche us. If they have avalanche into whale, though, that's going to be really bad. Although, I suppose I could save one of my things.
I deal in coins incarnate.
Now we don't have to worry about it.
Unseen, unheard.
That's tempting, but I shouldn't.
Whatever
We'll do this because he's likely to have a deal one, and then I want this one to be the only one that dies so that he can take 6. Bastion's nice to go with our Twisted Fate if we can level him up if the game gets to that point.
pots and hot soup.
They don't have enough to also... They could still avalanche though. Because I could play Twisted Fate and hold up Bastion. I don't think that's where we want to be. Messenger Sigil's not awful, I guess, because we can enable Nightfall on Diana.
How about another round?
No, I think I'll skip. Thank you. Yep, figured we'd see Icequake out of them. So now the question is, do we save something with the Bastion? Like one of our elusive threats? It becomes a 3/4, which is pretty good. Or am I absolutely supposed to save this for Twisted Fate? Because we have pretty good open attacks next turn if we just save one of these. I think I'm supposed to save one of these. I guess this is bad in the face of Vile Feast though. I mean, it still lives because it gets that 4th point of defense. So that's nice.
By the moon's crescent flame.
Guiding touch.
Forgive me.
Are they debating doing... Okay. I was gonna say they might be debating using a Vengeance or maybe Grasp of the Undying.
My blade grows restless.
Okay. I think... 2, 3, 4, 5... Possibly 6.
Success gets you noticed around here.
They... So we're dead if this doesn't hit one of the Overwhelm
Always up
guys.
for a round or two. All that glitters.
Smashing!
Do we block with the Diana because we can still go wide
Meet destiny.
after? I think the answer is yes. But this represents +2 damage anyway. No, I think I still want to do something like this.
Listen.
We're not dead to atrocities, which is nice.
Embrace the night. The moon is our queen. The night, her kingdom.
Stacking the odds.
Definitely gonna do this. I don't think I want to put I don't think I want to put messengers in our deck. I want to find things like Bastion to protect our key threats. What else would we be looking for? Not sure. Yikes. How can we possibly win this? We can't, really? Like, there's no real way that we can win this? I don't think so. You have to, like, hope they're on absolutely nothing somehow, and then we can go wide around them, and yeah. It's not happening. Maybe I was supposed to play an earlier Twisted Fate, hope to draw a bunch of cards. No, I mean they had the Ice Quake, so like this was about as quick as I could do it. Also stalled the we would have died the turn they played Feel the Rush. It doesn't really matter, there's no way we can win. Feel the Rush is just like the biggest go over the top kind of style deck that exists in this game. Unless you're doing something similar, you have like a leveled A-Soul on the field, good luck. Especially when they got Trundle Tryndamere in their deck. Yeah, this is still a fun game though, we tried. We tried. Speaking of A-Soul. I kind of like these two for pressure. Let's get rid of this, maybe. Okay.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared. No more hiding.
That's neat that you guys can see that when I turn it on. Probably just gonna play the goat, swing, start generating some gems, save the elusive threat for when the board starts getting gummed up.
It's our time.
Sure about some of the cards in this deck. I wonder if we want always Catalyst. I don't really want to just play out all these threats just to get them avalanched away. They're at 6 mana, so we might go Dust into Lunari Shadestalker, leave it at that. Unless they play something like... if they play like a Weirding Stones, okay, then we'll probably go like this
Bloody, get paid.
into Goat, and one of the goats will eat the Weirding Stones. Wording. I keep meaning to look that up, what the actual pronunciation is, and I never remember.
I shoot.
Okay, that's a lot of damage. Do they have things like... okay, they're just trying to kill us with Feel the Rush? they're gonna bank 1 spell mana, so even if I... What am I thinking? Because I could gold card this. It doesn't matter, right? How much mana did they have this round? They had 8, right? So they went up 2. So I guess went up 2. Yeah, they're gonna get another mana gem anyway. So this doesn't matter. I could clear it out. Like it's a blocker. I could clear out. That's about it. Is the Twisted Fate worth it? We might need it for gold card to stop them. I kind of want to use my mana, but I don't think there's... Yeah, no, we're fine. For a second I thought I might have had too full of a hand. Goat's not bad, because it's a very... Oh, just a good threat. We can play down depending on what they do. Okay.
It's so sculptured. Admire me.
We will be free. Unseen, unheard. Night flowers upon my blade.
My, how they stare.
Rise!
You must be very important.
I mean, he's got to be blocking with this O2, right? Like... It's going down to 4, okay?
This'll take the chill off.
Is this a time to do Twisted Fate? We could Twisted Fate red card, kill the O1, pop Soul's Spell Shield. which may or may not be relevant. Do I want a gold card him? I don't know. It's tough to say. Do I want to save him is the other question. Because I feel like I want to play this out to get like see into our deck one card deeper. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going up to 10 cards exactly. Not a very good one.
Now they'll pay attention.
Another hush.
I've given up chasing this one.
What does that card do exactly? It just creates random fleeting celestial cards.
These jewels are more than mere trinkets.
Boo.
You spurn my gift?
Be brave.
Wait, he could still have Avalanche. Could still have Avalanche. If he does have Avalanche, then I can Twisted Fate, red card, finish these things off, and then these are still alive to potentially get through. So I think I will do this. That's 10 though, so I think I'm gonna go power up. I'm gonna spend a couple gems, I think. It's a lot of blockers, unfortunately.
I do love an audience.
It's another Twisted Fate. Interesting. Okay. He could have a Hush,
Coin.
but at this point we just kind of have to go for it. If this connects somehow... Oh yeah, he's got this
Let's
thing the
talk
whole
about
time.
Runeterra.
That's fine.
How middling.
Son of a.
Right, definitely should have put one gem here then, so at least we can trade. It's a shame we couldn't find any more of our elusive threats. Or even a Diana. I guess it didn't matter, they have a lot of zero cost things that would have died anyway. The quick attack's not relevant. Okay, well I don't think we can win at this point. basically just drawing to see if we can find something.
Blue as the serpentine.
I've had a lot of twisted fates sticking around, but none where we could justify, like none where we had a bastion that we could hold up to protect him. What's with this haze that's like over the battlefield now? Do you see that? Can we survive? I guess we could always hush.
I'm the forger of stars. Now they'll pay attention.
There's the Pale Cascade we wanted before. Obliterate enemies with 3 or less power. Cool. I mean, we're dead to that basically, but I'm gonna just like do some stuff. See if it changes anything. How much are you at? 5? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I guess I could always do this. So we could go hush you.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
Now this game's heating up. Didn't see that coming.
I feel like one of the things I might want in this deck, just more like threats, like more serious threats to apply pressure. We're already really good at enabling Nightfall. I feel like I want some of those, some number of zaps might not be awful either, actually, just have elusive threats. But I was gonna say I was gonna put in a couple of those, Crescent Guardians, that's the name. Okay, instead of like looking it up, why don't I just do this? And Messenger Sigils, like, do we really need that many of them? They're really good at enabling a turn 2 Shadestalker and Diana, though. So I don't want to change the deck too much. It's either this or like a couple Zap Spray Fins. Maybe instead of like, do we need this many pick a cards? Especially if we have the Zaps. Pick a card's really bad the more you go up the curve, though. That's the only thing. Let's try this. Let's try a couple Crescent Guards. Just a small change. We're obviously not going to see like the impact, but it's something that I was thinking about before even playing the deck. And I was like, I don't know if I like this many kind of weak 1-drops. I don't feel like they're doing enough. It's not like we're in a deck where we're like casting spells and it matters, like the Vi. Like if we had a Vi or an Ezreal or anything that like could benefit from us playing these gems as much. Obviously we can use them to enable Nightfall, we can power up our elusive threats, but I want more actual threats, like the goats probably provide enough gems, I think. Okay, discard aggro, see if we can hold down the fort against them. Look at that. They're so good, we beat them even on before we could see them. Let's try that again. Hello, Lord Boozy, how's it going? Another control deck. Another Freljord Shadow Isle control deck. AKA one that's very hard to play around everything that they could have. Not bad, not bad. Start with the Dustbringer. I don't think this deck typically plays 1-drops. You could be playing like the Aristocrat just as like ways to gum up the board against very fast aggressive strategies. It's a nice draw, obviously, because it's elusive threat to pair with our thingy. Oh, I'm dumb. For some reason, I thought we were on the attack. With that, then I think... Do I want to save the hired guns trigger?
Temperamental as moonlight. Unseen from the
It's possible, but I'm not sure for what yet. So we'll just see if we can get a couple more points of damage here. I assume we'll see a Vile Feast. But... Yep.
We will be free. For truth.
Okay, Diana's not bad. Am I just playing her out this turn, or are we waiting till next turn? That's kind of interesting. No, I'd rather my elusive unit not be within range of a whatchamacallit avalanche. So they're going up to 7 mana next turn after they bank these two, which means Vengeance is online for them.
Leave your bags in the door.
I think I just want to bank the spell mana here. Messenger Sigil is interesting.
Dusk approaches.
Wonder if we'll see them avalanche here. They are not. I think I want to try. Actually, if I play this, it's gonna go on this, which means I gotta Pale Cascade this for to stay alive.
Face your heretic. Our light grows brighter.
So one of those messengers got shuffled right to the top of our deck, it would seem. Oh, okay, that was silly of me. I really gotta, like, count their mana better and think about all the things. This is why it's, like, tough to play around everything that they could have. At least they didn't get any health gain from that. Small upside. So I could play the Twisted Fate, and then we're getting avalanched, right? Guess we'll red card, or do we want a blue card?
Never lost a fair game, or played one. Soak it in.
Or they'll just have another Undying Grasp. That smells like avalanche.
I deal in coins and carnage.
Could Ruinate. They could have so many things. These control matchups are so tough unless you're playing
These old eyes still
super
see far
fast. I never feel confident in like this against this combination unless I'm playing like discard aggro, because they can pump out threats so quickly, and then you have your backup plan of Jinx. Okay.
Get bloody, get paid.
At least most of these things survive against Avalanche. I mean, he'll do it post-combat anyway. He could also just pass and burn his mana. But I mean, are we winning a game where we do that? Probably not. I don't know.
For truth.
Gotta trust your instincts.
Gotta trust your instincts.
Lady Luck is smiling.
Something ancient stirs.
Sure.
Let him think it's luck.
And let's take this outside.
Deals 1 to everything. And then we're taking 6. We are actually gonna level up Twisted Fate next turn. I feel really bad if they then avalanche us, which they probably are gonna do.
Ooh, got some fighting ya.
A world in perfect
I
stillness.
guess I should have swapped these two. No, it doesn't matter. I guess I'll do this looking for Bastion. And when we don't get it, we'll cry. Okay, maybe they don't have it.
Now this game's heating up.
Darn.
Something for all.
Hoping to find either another burst spell or a Bastion. Oh, look at that. Another Twisted Fate.
Now, where was I? Excuse me.
The moon is our queen. The night, her kingdom. Ill met by moonlight.
cook this because this
I will
blocking
be heard.
something still keeps it alive.
Rest in ice.
One candle for every sun.
That's dying anyway when she swings, so we'll wait.
To the light.
They're both going to revive for the next round because of they're going to be enlightened. So I think we just do this and trade. Is that right? Is that what we want to do? A lot of these things are dying to a
Come, a
Withering
new phase
Whale.
awaits.
If that just doesn't matter. I'm not even supposed to block at all. I'm just supposed to take 7 here, actually.
Strike them down.
And you know what? Because these are 2-1s anyway, I'm going to replace one with this.
The
Because
promise of a new
this
moon
Dusk
upon
Petal
you, Bloom Tender.
lets us activate Pale Cascade at burst speed if we need to.
Eternal winter. A new era begins. I protect this place. I will endure.
They never don't have it.
All beauty is transient.
Okay, Twisted Fate is something, I suppose. Oh my god, are you serious? Ugh. At the very least, I thought we would be able to kill those Anivias with Twisted Fate red card post-combat. But no. After the stream, Dave. I'll play 1 or 2 more matches and then we'll play some friendly games. How about that? I don't know if you're still watching. Oh, okay, you are still watching the stream. Okay. Yeah, let me play 1 more match on the ladder and then we'll play. And I'll see if this deck can actually do something against against your starter decks. Because it's not feeling particularly competitive right now. Yeah, one more. The games are close, but we're always just short of beating them, it feels like. Which is sad because this is a really fun Twisted Fate deck because it's so good at leveling them really quickly, but then once you get there, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? I wonder if it wants more of the plunder cards, like things like Jagged Butcher, and maybe even the barrel producing units. Because when you have a little Twisted Fate going off with all those effects, at least you're increasing their potency. It only does it once though, right? Because the barrels, it's not like the barrels stick around all the time. We need pressure. This is from the deep, so I'd rather have stuff like, yep, these goats. Goat boys. full swing. And I don't want to get hit by Vile Feats, so I'm gonna power this up immediately while we have the spell mana. That's not bad, I suppose. He's almost certainly blocking anyway. But if I do this, it forces him... we actually do more damage if I do it like this, eh? Because I can force this to block first, and he gets no health gain off of it, and then we deal 4.
Don't stand in my way.
So combat resolves from left to right in this game, so this thing will gain him 2, but you can't go past 20 health in this game. So by ordering it this way, this deals the full 4 damage rather than just 2.
The Blessed Isles live through me.
Whatever you say, bro. Hired gun's nice. We're gonna use it post-combat. I think it will tag the Maokai, because it goes by cost, right? Once there's tiebreakers. How do we want to do this? Well, we'll just pass for now. And if he passes back, we're fine with that, I think. So we're gonna save this with a Pale Cascade. And heal it up with one of the gems. Maybe we want to hit... Maybe we want to do this. No, this is cheaper. I don't want to... Could have ways to deal more damage, but...
Success gets you noticed around here.
Perfect. So I'm gonna turn this into a 4/2. So it can kill this. We'll attack with this last. I guess it doesn't matter. He'll block here. Tail Cascade's nice.
I shoot.
You should be. Why? I don't know. There's no way I can stop this, right? Other than Bastion, obviously. He's only 5 away from deep, though. He could very easily... Oh, this is round start. Yeah, he's very likely going to have that available to him. These are likely going to be 2 blockers for him. Yeah, by the time our next round comes, and even now it seems. Okay. Those are some big boys. Hush brings a unit down to its base stats, right? Doesn't affect damage or subtype. Yeah. Probably obligated to block. Ugh, this sucks because I'm like obligated to block here too, so we don't die to atrocity.
Make it worth my while.
And he could so easily have something to stop this. Not that it matters too much. Diana's at what? 3 out of 4? Yeah, 3 out of 4.
The water rises.
Darkness hides in my path. Invisible to the ignorant.
Deal 5 to all units. If I'm tossed, draw me instead. This is something that this thing created. So he top decked this basically. Cool. Right. Maybe I'm bad with this deck, but maybe this deck's also not that good. It's just far too slow. It can't get under any of the control decks with reasonable consistency, and we don't seem to be. We didn't have a chance to be to face any of the aggressive decks in the format. Like I think this one's better suited to deal with things like discard aggro, scouts aggro, pirate aggro, that kind of thing. Because we do have things like Diana and Hired Gun to trade favorably and take control of the board, as well as Twisted Fate for that purpose. So I think those are the matchups that this deck is trying to. Those are the decks that this deck is trying to prey on. And when we're faced with other mid-range or control decks, we just don't have the early game pressure nor the late game finishers. It feels like to cross the finish line. So that's going to end the trying to get success with this deck on the ladder portion, and now we're going to beat up Dave's starter decks with it a couple times just because because why not? So I'll be streaming for a little bit, but I'm going to end the recording here, and